Hello guys, my name is Sarah and I am a cosplayer. But besides being a cosplayer, I'm also a YouTuber. And for a long time I was very upset at how my room looked on the background of my videos. But now I have finally solved this problem and I'm happy with the way my apartment looks. And my biggest inspiration for this was my favorite color in the whole world at this moment, pink. And today I'm gonna tell you how I did it. First of all, I want to fix this rock. I actually hate this carpet and it's really complicates the mood of this room, as you can say. I really don't like how it looks and I actually got my new carpet already. But before laying down the new carpet, I had to deal with the old one. I vacuumed it, sealed it to keep out dust and bugs, and mopped the floor underneath. I actually even kinda like it this way, but we're gonna put this carpet right now, of course. When I finally put this rug on the floor, I was in awe of its beautiful color combination. I really like this beautiful deep pink color with grayish parts. This pattern looks amazing. It felt so cozy with it immediately. I was extremely happy. The whole room looks different. Well, right now I need to fix this damn blue color. The most important part of my room makeover was changing the color of the cabinets. I actually don't like blue color like at all. I don't want to hurt your feelings if you are a blue color lover, but it's true, I don't like it personally. And for this I bought a self-adhesive tape in a very beautiful pink color, exactly the same as on my carpet. I really like the quality of this tape. It is very good, smooth and matte. It's quite expensive and I couldn't afford it at first actually, but everything happened thanks to my subscribers. First of all, we need to prepare the surface. I just wiped it with a soapy water first, but there was still a lot of dust and lint on it. The specks were clearly visible under the tape, so I wiped everything again with alcohol antiseptic wet wipes. It dehydrates and cleans the surface very well, and I also use this pretty often for my craft projects. I tried to stick the tape onto the smallest cabin I have for training, and it turned out so wonderful, easy and beautiful. I was amazed by the result. It changed the look of the cabin completely and the color is wonderful, so I was very inspired to continue working. At first, I cut exactly the same size of the tape as a cabin, but then I realized that it is much easier to cut a little bit bigger parts and then cut leftovers with a knife than to struggle to stick everything perfectly with many attempts, especially on the biggest sizes of the cabins. And furniture itself can be not perfectly even. Did you know that? So if you will cut everything mathematically accurate, you may end up with tiny imperfections, as I did. But never mind, I don't care. At first, I used a rubber spatula to smooth the tape, but then I noticed that it leaves small scratches on the surface. So I ended up using a simple rag for it. It worked very well too. I think this is because the tape has very good quality and it lays perfectly on its own. Slowly and carefully I covered everything with this tape. At the end, I only needed to stick it to small drawers from which you had to unscrew the handle. And at the end, I was just stunned with the complete result. I was so proud of myself. After my cabinets were done, I needed to improve the organization on them. I store many things in extra boxes and their appearance really spoiled the picture of my room. So I decided to cover them with my white wallpaper leftover that I had for a long time. Plus, also I use scraps of the self-adhesive tape after cabins. For the bottom of the cardboards, I use a thick silver duct tape. It's strong and creates a smooth surface. The wallpapers I stick onto a simple double-sided tape. It works well with cardboard. Slowly and carefully I glued everything together, and at the final step I used some colored electrical tape for top edges so it doesn't peel off. Also, I really wanted to place my beloved swords from Nier Automata cosplay. This is Virtus Contract and Virtus Treaty. I love them so much. I made some room for them on the closet, but I still needed stands for it. So I just made something like this out of cardboard. I looked on the internet about what people usually use as a stand for swords. I made it in this shape and then just painted them with black color so it matches my swords better. And I covered the edges of it with black insulating tape too. It's not necessary, but I feel like it completes the whole look and it covers cardboard so no one will know about it, that it is just a cardboard. Next big part of my room makeover was the mirror. I've been dreaming of a full-length mirror for such a long time. It will help me in my cosplay and in everyday life so much, so I started to work on it. My mom gave me her mirror from an old wardrobe. I made a frame for it from a simple cardboard. For a long time, large sheets of cardboard were stored in my room and ruined the background of my videos. It is time to finally use it. I cut off the frame and covered it with the same tape that I used on the cabinets so that everything would match. For quite a time, I couldn't figure out how to glue the mirror to the cardboard without damaging it. I chose reinforced tape. I tried gluing it to the back of the mirror and it seemed to come off fine at first. But then, when the tape was on the mirror for a while, it started to come off only together with the silver amalgam. So the tape was a bad idea actually, but it was too late, never mind. I still taped everything tightly on the sides too, so that everything was smooth and beautiful. Next step, I needed to make a stand for the mirror. This was not an easy task because the mirror is very heavy itself, especially on just a cardboard frame. For the stand, I used stripes of cardboard. I glued them into a frame and wrapped them with reinforced tape. By the way, I like the look of reinforced tape actually. It is silver and sticks very well to the surface. I used it like a self-adhesive tape. The main problem was to glue it all to the frame itself. At first, I did it with the same tape, but it came off very quickly along with the other tape though. So I again applied tape around the entire perimeter of the mirror, this time with super glue. I also glued the stand with super glue, and for the stronger shape at the base of the mirror, I glued extra pieces of cardboard. So now the frame wouldn't bend because of its heaviness, and this is how I got such a cute and cheap mirror. After the main makeover was completed, there were a few small details that I wanted to finish. First, I hung my precious diamond pixage and sword on the wall so they could be seen in the video. I also hung up a couple of my posters. I reorganized my table with jewelry collection a little. I added beautiful pencils, markers, and pens of different colors to the cups. I really like the way they look. It's very inspiring in my opinion. I rearranged the items on the open shelves in the closets to make it look nicer on my videos. I also covered the cardboard that I used as my laptop stand with same self-adhesive tape that I used for cabins and with white wallpapers. I was so inspired by my pink cabinets that I even decided to change the cutlery stand. Also, I bought a LED strip and stuck it on my sofa so it would light at night. I really like the way it all looks now. As I said before, I wouldn't have been able to make over my room if it weren't for the help of my followers. I really want to thank them for such a wonderful gift. I wrote their nicknames and just names on my cabins so that everyone could see them. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I will see you in my next one.